Um, so I kind of have like I don't know, I guess you could call it kind of like a rough topic or heavy topic to talk about. But it was just like I couldn't even sleep. I'm so tired from like my long day today, and then I only got like 2 hours of sleep yesterday morning. And so, and like only four or five, no, maybe I got six, but like that's still too little for me. Last night. But yeah, so, and like I was trying to like pass out, and I'm like so tired, like, but I couldn't sleep. Like it was just so heavy on my heart. So I thought I would I didn't have any coffee today. I have to order more. Oh wait, no, I did have I bought the stupid one from 7-Eleven. But yeah, I need to order more of mine. Um but yeah, all it really did was give me coffee flavor. Didn't help with anything. Cuz it's stupid coffee, you know, like just regular coffee. But what was I saying? Yeah. So I don't know. I just felt that I needed to share. But yeah. So it came from this. I'm not sure what you mean by that's impressive. But anyway, I just thought sure. See, I'm like stumbling over my words. It started from this thing I heard on the radio. I think that was, yeah, it was on my way back to pick up my mom from work. And we were listening to Caleb like all day. And so it was in the afternoon when that part came on. Hey Mike, hope you and the fam are doing well. What was I saying? But anyways, Caleb has this, gotcha. Caleb has this section where, you know, people can call in, they like give a topic or whatever, or question, and people can call in and share. And basically the thing today was, you know, I forget exactly the wording, but basically it was, you know, what has God done for you in your life? Where have you seen God? That was basically what it was. And this guy called in and shared like a really huge miracle. It was so heartwarming, but then it brought up, like, as the day went on, like tonight, it came back, and it was like it hit me in the heart with like just so many things going on in this world, and the way people are. But anyways, so he shared that 4 months ago his wife gave birth to a baby girl, and she was 9 ounces, not 9 pounds, 9 ounces. She is now 4 months old. She's still here, and she finally, I don't know how much she weighs now, but obviously more, because he said that she just drank 9 ounces of milk. So she went from being born weighing 9 ounces to 4 months later drinking 9 ounces of milk. So that was just like, just like so many feelings, you know, just so amazing. And, you know, it shows, you know, how great God is. And it's just, goodness. Ugh, I hope I don't get emotional because I hate that. But anyways, most people would have gotten that that message, from the doctor, whoever they went to and stuff, checking on the baby, and they would have given up on that baby. Most people would say, and most people wouldn't even call it a baby. Most people would call it a fetus. You know why? Because then they don't feel guilty about murdering babies and stuff. But yeah, so sad. But they didn't give up on that baby, and look what it's turned into. She's 4 months. She went from being 9 ounces, being born, coming out of the womb, being 9 ounces. 4 months later, she's a lot bigger. And I know God has like a really big purpose for that baby, and she's meant for something like really big. But yeah, they could have aborted their baby, but they chose not to, because they actually kept their faith in God. And a lot of people misuse the word faith, but that's because they don't have a true understanding of who God really is and what He does, and what we as people are meant to do. And I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just but yeah, I know what I'm saying, but never mind. I'm a very confusing person. But yeah, they could have given up on her. They could have given up on God. They could have quit the process. But they didn't. And that's actually what so many people do. And it's not even literally with having to do with that particular situation, a baby, there is sadly has been like over 1 million babies like aborted, and that was back in like, so the number's grown. So it was back in like 2017 or something. So yeah, sadly the number's grown. But that's not even the only thing that, people decide to, choose that other path of like not having faith, which is I am like having a brain fart on a specific word. 'Cause I'm trying to remember the exact Bible verse, and I'm having a brain fart on the word that it starts off with, that meaning. But anyways, like faith is like, faith is the evidence of things not seen. There we go. How do you forget the word evidence? I don't know. I need sleep. But yeah, like so many people say they have faith, but they don't actually step out on that faith. They say I have faith, but where is your faith? Because I don't see you, doing stuff. But like, here's this family who they had faith in God. Yeah, like everything seemed lost, but they didn't do something to actually make it lost. They, kept going. They kept believing that, God would bring something good out of it. And He did. He always does. We just have to be willing to see it, whatever it is. I don't want to assume what you're saying there. So I like chat with you in private later. But yeah, and this goes, like I said, it's not just that particular scenario. There's so many things that people just quit in life, or they don't even try. And one of the biggest reasons why they do that is because they're afraid of failure. And that is exactly when they fail. Failure doesn't mean that you don't succeed when you want to succeed, hit that goal when you want to hit that goal. Failure is when you quit or you don't even try. That's failure. Everything else is a learning process. So, yeah, it's so sad. I like in my business, hi Tia. What is it called? What was I saying? Yeah, so like even in my business, I've seen it firsthand, where people either quit or they don't even try, and they give all these excuses. They let that negativity sink in and consume them, and that's with anything in life. There's so many people that, their minds and their hearts need to heal, and they need to learn how to do that. They need to get in the process of that because, there's so many places they could have been if they would have kept going or, started that thing that was on their heart and, they wanted to do it, but they didn't do it. Or like I said, they quit in the middle of the process. And that's the thing. Life is a process. Things don't happen instantly, okay? Like, we have to grow every day, in everything. That's literally, physically from, when you're a child growing up, to mentally, spiritually is a big one, and emotionally. There's like, we're always growing, we're always learning, but some people just block it all out. They don't want to have to deal with life or, what ifs. But what if it did work out? What if you saw this change? What if, just any any good what if you can think of? Why don't you think about that what if? Why is it always, oh, what if I fail? Which again, I already explained what that is. What if I make a fool of myself? What if this, what if that? That's what people are always thinking of. They're not thinking of the good. And we need to learn to change our mindset, and again, have faith, take that step, in the direction where you're wanting to go, where the Lord is leading you. Don't discredit, your strengths and the good people you have around you, and, most importantly, what the Lord is speaking to you. But yeah, most people do that. And it's just like, stop. No. That's why I hate living by the street. It's a nice place, but people literally drive around 24/7. It's like, trying to sleep. It's like 2 a.m. Well, actually, normally now I'm up at 2 a.m. Although tonight I'll probably be asleep. But yeah, because my schedule got turned around, but it's fine. But anyways, yeah, it's just, yeah, people need to start, just making that choice and putting in the work to fulfill it, expand it, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I kind of got sidetracked and went off. And so, as I was saying about, like, I've seen it in my business and stuff. I've seen both the good sides where people actually step out in faith, and then those that literally fail when that's what they were worried about doing, but then that's what they ended up doing. So take example, there's this one gal on my team. She's been in the business for 6 years. And she's now like at one of the top ranks in the company. I think she's ambassador or something like that. She's at one of the top ranks in the company. But, 6 years ago, she didn't join she was asked to join the business for a while. I don't know, I can't remember everyone, how long there's so many, some people, waited, kept watching the person for, 3 months. A couple people kept watching the person that enrolled them, for, an entire year. Personally, I was that person where I knew about this business back in junior year of high school, but I was too young to buy the products, and also too young to join as a distributor. And then after that, family, those friends moved away. I kind of forgot about it, even though I kept in touch with them, but it was just more of a friendship. Talking back and forth. The business never came up or anything. And then so I kind of just forgot about it. Everything's always in the back of my brain, even though but yeah, that's what happens when you have so much info in your brain. Sometimes it seems like I may forget, but it's there. It's just I have so much. My brain is probably bigger than it appears. Or obviously not appears because you can't see it, but you know what I mean. My brain is out here on the outside, even though it's small. Yeah. So that's how much this is how much info is in my brain, and then this is how big my brain is, literally. So yeah. But anyways, all I'm saying. See, I keep going off on tangents, and then I don't know what I'm talking about. What was I saying? I was talking, oh yeah, okay, so some people have watched for different amounts, but I can't remember how long Kelly watched her enroller until she joined. But she wanted the business, just to make $50 extra a month so that she could put her daughters into dance lessons, dance classes. That's literally all she wanted, and now she's at the top of one of the top ranks in the company after 6 years. But when she first started, her first paycheck was literally $12, and I thought mine was small. Which mine was, I don't mind, it was $47.50. That was my first paycheck in the business. And even that, I was shocked. I wasn't expecting to get any paycheck, honestly. I was skeptical and everything and all that which way that you could think about after, and I paid $100 to, I made it back really quickly from selling my samples, but, yeah, I paid, $100 to join. It was my last $100, This was back when, the first, lockdown, we had here in Hawaii for COVID, all that stupid stuff. But anyways, yeah, so, and I had lost one of the jobs because couldn't go to the theater and you couldn't babysit, so, well, I mean, I could have, but, the mom that, what am I saying? That I babysit for regularly. She obviously couldn't go to her work either because she worked at a restaurant and everything was closed. So, yeah, I lost both my jobs basically. And I couldn't get my what is it called? Unemployment insurance or income, whatever it's called. I don't know, something. But the system was so overworked that it was screwing up. It wouldn't let me in. It let me in, and then it wouldn't let me do the forms and that's a whole nother story. Anyways, yeah, so I was like, I did that for like a couple weeks. I was without a job for 2 weeks, trying to get like that income, from the government. But yeah, obviously that didn't work. And I was down to my last $120 that was meant for groceries. And I was like, when I joined this business, on April 4th, last year, obviously, whatchamacallit, yeah, I was like, you know, obviously I'm like, okay, if I do this, then like, I'm not going to have grocery money. But yeah, like, but if I don't try this, then, I'm not going to have any money after, you know, buying those groceries, and stuff. So, yeah, I was, you know, and, I took it to the Lord, and, you know, it's like, it's kind of funny how it came, that it actually like clicked when I joined, because, the way I went into the business, because I've like, again, I knew about it from, junior year in high school, and then I knew about it the year after I graduated, and then there's been a lot of friends, like acquaintances and stuff, that have asked me to join multiple times, and I was always like, no, can't afford that, you know, like, and then it was finally Nicole that, you know, said that you can actually join for free, which is like a really cool thing that we have, and I started doing that, and I was like, okay, this is working, I'm just gonna like upfront the money, and yeah, I ended up making it back instantly, but yeah, anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, so, you know, if Kelly, who her first paycheck was $12, would have decided to quit, she wouldn't be almost like one of the top ranks in the company today. You know, her life wouldn't have changed. She still would have been struggling. You know, her daughters wouldn't have gone to dance classes. You know, like she wouldn't, her and her husband, are now able to give, I can't remember what she said. She said 3 times more or 10 times more. I don't know. Somewhere in that range. There's too many people I hear information from, and I'm like, I can't keep track. But they're able to give like way more back to God and the church than they were before. You know, and they also help support charities and, yeah, are able, you know, like to go on vacations and everything, like, whereas they couldn't do any of that before because they were, you know, living paycheck to paycheck. So she could have kept saying no and then still be where she, you know, stuck where she was, but she decided to say yes, and she didn't just decide to say yes, she decided to keep at it. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's an investment into a better life. And if you're consistent with it, then it does work. And also, you know, if you get rid of all that negativity out of your life and out of your mind, you know, it works. It's all about you, you know, not, I hope no one took that wrong, because that didn't sound right coming out that way. But what I mean is, it's all about your worth ethic, your, just what kind of person you are, you know, and how you show that. But yeah, and like me, like, I mean, my first paycheck was $47.50, and it's like, okay, you know, it's like, can't really do much with that. But I kept at it, and what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But anyways, basically, yeah, like I kept at it, and, you know, things started turning around when I started turning around. This business has not only helped me bring in an income. And I've not just been able to provide for myself, but I've been able to help my family out. I've been able to help strangers out. And yeah, just, it's so good. And this business is also gonna later on help my family's move to Georgia, which my mom and my twin siblings are supposed to go there, and I'm supposed to go for a year to help them get settled in. But that's the kind of stuff this business can do. Like, it's gonna help, pay for that. Hopefully, like, all of it, like, that would be a huge blessing. But yeah, like, that's just what I'm saying. Like, if I would have quit, I would have been just stuck back where I was, even though we got, like, things opened up again. Like, I wasn't that well off before. In fact, it was worse, just, yeah. So, like, this business has, again, not only helped with income, but since I joined this business, like, my relationship with God has improved. I've actually, like, like, ding dong, like, hello, like, I've made time for him, and not just made time for him, but, like, daily, and, like, I've been, like, putting him first, and that's since I've joined this business. Before that, my life was a wreck. I talk about this a lot, but, like, my family life was messy, and my health was messy. I still have, like, health problems, but it's like everything's improved, since I joined this business. And yeah, like, I could have quit again, but I'd be stuck where I was before. I decided to keep going, like, okay, like, and as I said, like, that $47.50 was a huge shock to me. Like, I wasn't expecting to get anything, and I made a paycheck, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, let's keep going and, like, get it up there, So that's what I've been doing. And yeah, it's just, it's so sad, like, to see, like, and again, there's the opposite. Like, I've seen so many women quit this business, some before they even start. And it's like, okay, like, when you pay the startup kit, like, that's supposed to be an investment, not just throw it out there and, like, okay, well, bye-bye. Which is funny, because those are the people that are complaining that they don't have money to start the business, and they go and throw the money out there, and then they don't do anything with it. So, like, and I'm, like, there to help them, but it's like, you have to want the help, and you have to be open to, like, be coachable, be open to things that are working, and want to do that, and also just, again, like, so many people are so negative about, like, everything. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's like, get yourselves in the Word, because you need Jesus, like, for reals. Like, you need to be filled with the Holy Spirit, okay? But yeah, and that's another thing. Like, it goes in with, like, the bad relationships with my family and stuff, but just with, like, everyone. I wasn't I don't know, I just, like, every little thing got to me. And even if I wouldn't, burst back out at the person, like, instantly, like, I was the kind of person to just build everything up. But, like, now I'm, like, the kind of person that's just like, you know what? Whatever. Just you do you, boo. And, like, yeah. Everything. But, yeah. I mean, like, it's, like, I have so many examples of, like, both ways for different things. And it's just, like, I mean, what I'm saying is, like, it's just, like, you want a miracle in your life, then step out on faith. You want to see change in your life, step out on that faith. If you want things to work, step out on that faith. Like, It's just, oh, people. Some people drive me crazy. Like, I love y'all, but some people drive me really, really crazy, and my hair is a little crazy at the moment. That just popped out. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, see, I was a little emotional at first, but then, you know, I popped out, like, but yeah, no, seriously, I mean, it's like, yeah. I don't really know what else to say. I was like I had all this all this other stuff to say, and then yeah, like I was kind of like talking to myself in my head while I was trying to fall asleep, but this just like kept, you know, like it wouldn't let me sleep. So yeah, so I was like kind of like talking to myself in my head, but like as if I was talking to you guys, like doing that, you know, now. But then yeah, I forgot all of that I said to myself. So yeah, I said some of it, but yeah, I threw some extra other stuff in there that I wasn't planning to say, and then forgot some other stuff that I actually wanted to say. So but anyways, I'm sure you guys get the point. That was like a long-winded point, but I just had to get that out. So yeah, if you guys ever want to talk about anything that I mentioned, definitely would love to chat. But yeah, I'm gonna get some dinner. I'm starving, and then I am finally gonna try to go to sleep. Actually, I need to fold my laundry. So yeah. Anyways, have a Subway Road. Stupid cars. Have a great night and a great week, and yeah, just love you. God bless you, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.